Hello and welcome. We are going to take a look this time at a game between Astralis and Vitality on Overpass that was played during the Blast Premier Global Finals. And I mean, the whole end of that tournament was amazing, and if you missed it, then you've really missed out. But there was so much happening, and we have to go through it. We have to go and look at what was actually going on. So we're going to try and do that, and we'll start on Overpass here. We're in the 21st round, and there's a lot happening in this round, and if you remember the game, what actually happened is that sort of somewhere along the line here, Vitality started to feel like they didn't really know what they were doing, and they looked really uncomfortable. And I'll try and show you some details of some things that might have frustrated them, and I think also some details about some things that they could have done way better. So this is an odd round, and in many ways also a very Vitality-type round, where Saiwu ends up winning the whole thing on his own. But the start of it, and we'll just go forward a little bit here, and I'll try and show you when the fun happens. So at some point out long here, you can see there's a little bit of a fight happening between Apex and Device. So they get into a little bit of a brawl. Apex takes a lot of damage, and he's going to try and sort of stay safe as much as he can. And they don't actually catch each other yet. Before that happens, Misuta goes down right here. And already, I don't know. I mean, maybe Misuta is trying to get a jump on Device. You know, he knows that he's preoccupied out there. That could all be true, but I don't understand the part where there is no smokes or anything down here. You know, where are these smokes to get across, right? That's a bit confusing. There should be a smoke here. There should probably be a smoke up here by the truck. And instead, the most that we sort of have is a Molotov that lands, you know, a bit later on top of the actual bomb site itself. So, as a result, it's pretty easy for Maze to just stand up here and get a shot. Masuta's way out in the open. So, that is my first, you know, problem. They have the smokes. We could clearly tell they have 3 of them left. I mean, Saiwu's about to throw one, but even that isn't actually for that position. So, a lot of confusion about why they're moving up onto the bomb site with plenty of grenades, but with no real coverage. So that's a bit, and it's not a surprise that they're here. I mean, they already know that, so they're not trying to fool anyone. But once Misuta goes down, Device is actually in a bit of a weird position out here. And just to zoom in on that, there's going to be a little bit of action. The reason I have the whole game slowed down, by the way, is to show you what happens in this next, I don't know, 5 seconds. So Apex makes a jump up here. Don't think he even gets to throw the smoke. No, he doesn't. He's just going to jump, and he's going to get killed. And then Shox, look at how close he is to instantly revenging that kill. That's why I wanted the slow motion and the grenade indicator. So it's so unbelievable. Because there's a very, very high chance, 90% plus, that Shox just instantly destroys Device. He's, 67 health, but with the AK down there, I mean, that should be a kill for Shox every single time. So now, I want you to imagine the Device is at least out of this round now, because realistically, the timing for that grenade is absolutely out of control. So at the very least, this probably should have been a 4 on a 3, right? And it must be frustrating, right? Both to Apex and probably to Misuta as well. I mean, he didn't even get anything really done in that round. He just died. And then you sort of go forward, step by step. So the next kill that happens is going to be, at least, the very least, it's going to be favoring Vitality here. So that's good news. And it's Saiwu picking up the kill from the restrooms. So just taking down Dupree, and you could probably put some criticism on Astralis for not doing, for being that aggressive in a 5 versus 3. But, at the same time, they probably feel like they're doing pretty well. Now, Shox is going to go down long, not winning the fight, and also not getting any help with it. He, like RPK and Saiwu are both in here. They have plenty of grenades if they wanted to. I mean, they could probably Molotov this. They could, at the very least, flashbang over. There's a lot of things that could have been done here to help out Shox. And instead, he goes for the fight. He knows he's up against an org, and it doesn't work out. And seems to be no coordination. Now, I realize there's not that much time left between what's really going on, but, between the kills and the time that they could have thrown the grenades, but it still just seems really uncoordinated. RPK gets a kill then, and, at that point, he's still pushing up on his own, comes out of the smoke, hiding the smoke, fine, clever, whatever. Maybe it would have been hard to fall back, but still, he's essentially fighting 2 people here, and a third one is coming in, Sip, he's down below. So, at that point, again, just think about even this situation, 3 versus 4, Shox on his own, RPK on his own, and that leaves Cyber on his own, which turns out that's the real difference maker. He goes to hide in the smoke, and that's a strategy that, works really well, of course, when the smoke fades. He's going to get that kill, and he's going to keep going, shows up to get Glaive. And again, that happens before Sip is even really there. So, by the time Sip goes up, it's a one-on-one, and a rare loss for Sip, but he does. Faked out by the bomb. All, I think, really, really interesting and really cool. But at the end of it, I think that kind of a round shows a lot of opportunity for Vitality to have done much more with the grenades, with the teamwork, with the communication that could have gone on and maybe should have gone on. And it also shows the ridiculous timing for Shox not to get Device out there with the flashbang. And I don't know who you credit or blame for that kind of a thing. It happens a lot in games. This is one of the more absurd examples. Like, the timing is really insane. But I wanted to point it out because, again, we miss these things in the middle of the game. I know Semler and I were casting this game, and there's no way to catch all of this in the middle of it. So that's what we're doing this video series for. If you enjoyed, I don't know, leave a comment, share it with your friends and all the rest of it, and I'll see you in the next video.